Hello, 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 all of my beautiful fire signs, my Aries, my Leos, and my Sagittarians of the universe. What's going on, y'all? It's your girl Tracy with Ascension 225, a tarot and oracle, and I am here to do your reading for the next 30 days. I'm a little slow getting out the gate for January, but I'm here, guys. I'm here. All right, so we're just going to do a chunk of time, even though there's no time in the spirit realm. I asked Spirit to give me your energy and the messages that Spirit thinks you need to know, hear, see, feel over the next 30 days. So find a place to relax, relate, and receive. Okay? Block everything else out and focus on what Spirit may have for you in this reading, even if it's just one nugget. All right, you guys? So I hope all my fire signs are doing well. You're abundantly blessed. I can't believe it's January already, guys. Where does the time go? I wish I knew. But we're in a 10-year, 10 reduces to 1. So we're in a 10-year according to numerology. And once you reduce the 10 to a 1, that's all about everything new. New job, new careers. Jobs are different from careers. New love, new opportunities, new ways of thinking, new perspectives, everything freaking new. All right. And whatever you've been manifesting over the last few years during that last 10-year cycle, well, guess what? We are in a new 10-year cycle. So whatever hard work you've put in, being able to see your ships come in and all the payoff coming towards you this year moving forward, my fire signs. Okay, does that sound good to you? I know it sounds good to me because I'm a Gemini, but the flip side of myself is a Sagittarius. So I got that fire in my bones, baby. All right, guys. So we're going to start off with Aries. Everything's going to be time-stamped, okay? Do your girl a favor and hit that like, share, and subscribe button for your girl. I really appreciate it. That reciprocal energy really, really helps me tap into the energy, you guys. And please leave a comment. Let me know if you are a March or an April Aries. Drop it down in the comments. Put the Aries symbol, whatever you want to put in there, but just, put something in there. All right. Let me know that you're there. Let me know where you're from. All right. So we're about to come up on a new moon. When is that new moon? I'm not sure. I think it's like on the 19th or the 21st that we're going to be having a new moon. And new moons, like I said, the year 2026 is all about new. Well, this new moon coming up, I believe on the 21st, if I'm not mistaken. It's all about new starts, new beginnings, renewals, releasing what doesn't serve you any longer, cleansing that shit out, right? Planting new seeds. That's what we're talking about. Goal setting, and achieving some of those goals over the next 10-year cycle, you guys, okay? All right, so Aries, are you ready to find out what Spirit wants and needs you to know? All right, well, let's get into the nitty-gritty, all right? I've already pre-shuffled, and we're going to start off with the Oracle cards, and then we're going to get into the Tarot, and then we're going to finish up your quick reading with a few more Oracle cards. Okay? All right, so let's get it, all right? So we're going to start off with, what's the T? What is the T with our Aries collective? This may, and any of this information may apply to a lot of you, may not apply to a lot of you. It just depends on what's happening in your situation. We're all at different stages in our lives and what's happening in our lives, okay? So here we go. What's the T for Aries, Spirit? I've got younger woman. There may be some dealings or relationship with a younger woman, Aries. Cat. There may be a two-faced friend or two-faced person in the mix. Okay, so watch who is in your energy. I hope this is not you being two-faced, Aries. All right, Mountain Road. You are on the road to success. Love that. There might be some obstacles to traverse, like, you know, trying to get to the peak of this mountain, but success is yours. Table. Yeah, because you put in a lot of hard work. There's going to be a lot of hard work ahead of you, maybe to get to the goals that you have in place for yourself or that you set for this year. And then I've got chair empty. Someone may be leaving your life, Aries. All right. And I believe I've seen other references to this in some of these other cards. So let's see if that rings true. All right. Okay. What else? Yeah, baby. What were we just talking about? A new chapter is starting for you, Aries. You've been going through a metamorphosis anyway over the last year or two. All right, you've been going through this spiritual growth spurt, this rebirth, whatever it is, but new chapters, new cycles, okay? Hooked. I've got hooked. I don't know what this may apply to. Maybe you're hooked on a people, place, or a thing, all right? Or maybe you're trying to get your hooks into something. I'm not quite sure, okay? And then I've got hustling, making that bread, making it rain, focused on your stability, focused on your money, focused on your future. And then I've got unconditional. Maybe you're looking for unconditional love, or maybe you give unconditional love, right? With your whole heart, okay? Be intentional if you give unconditional energy to people, okay? Because some people like to take advantage of that. All right, so ascended masters, ancestors, the all-knowing ones. What kind of advice would you like to give Aries? Some of you may be going through a hibernation time period. You know, it is winter time. It's January. And so, you know, just like a bear or some other critters out there, you may feel the need to go inward, to hibernate for a while, maybe till spring, who knows, okay? Maybe you got a lot of stuff that you need to ponder, think about, meditate on. This is the prime opportunity for you to do so. It says your soul needs time alone for meditation and rest. I love that. I've got old school. You may be old school. Maybe you're an older person. Maybe you're an older seasoned person. Maybe your thought process is old school. Who knows? All right. That could be good. That could be not so good. It says you have lived many lifetimes and gained wisdom beyond your years. So maybe this ain't your first rodeo, Aries. Continue to tap in to your intuition, right? The voice of spirit that guides us, redirects us, warns us. And then I've got fear in the reverse. All right. Maybe you're releasing some of the fears that you had previously. All right. Or maybe fear is overwhelming to you and it's stopping you from achieving some of the goals that you wish to achieve. Don't allow fear to stop your hustle. All right. Yeah. Let's turn this right side up. All right. It says your fears are keeping you from moving forward into the life that you deserve, unless you're finally dispelling any of those fears that you previously had. All right. Angels, step forward. What messages do you have for our beautiful, fiery Aries? The first one out is virtues. Do the right thing, Aries. Do the right thing. You're the first one out the gate. You're a cardinal sign. You're first out the gate. You kick that gate door down, baby. All right? So you set the tone. All right? You set the tone for the rest of the zodiac. So be virtuous in whatever it is that you do. Do the right thing. And then I've got, like I told you, you're ascending. You, for the last few years, have been going through this spiritual growth spurt, right? This inner spiritual thing that's going on, this awakening inside of you. I love that. You're flying high, rising up. Stay focused on your mission and know that the universe and the angels are supporting your every step, Aries. I love it. Okay. And overall, celestial insight, I've got Cupid, deep exchange. It says, challenges in love are testing you, Aries. Are you facing difficulties in a relationship? Don't shy away. Facing these challenges head on will strengthen your bond. All right? Yeah. Value indication. Maybe the scales are imbalanced. Maybe you don't realize or understand how valuable you are, Aries. Maybe you lack some confidence. Maybe you have issues with self-esteem, all right? But we need to get these scales balanced so that you know your value, okay? It says your inner value is greater than you realize. Perhaps you've been questioning your worth lately, Aries. Focus on affirming your unique qualities daily, and you'll become more confident in your value. Amen. And trust and observe. Trust and observe what Spirit's trying to whisper to you, what's happening around you. All right, trust and observe. Your intuition, and there we go with the intuition again. We just talked about that. Your intuition is quietly guiding you, Aries, but sometimes you need to pay more attention to the small changes around you. Reflect on recent moments of confusion. By observing the little details, you're going to sharpen your intuition over time. Trust the universe. All right, let's get into the tarot. All right, so before we get into the tarot deck, I want to bring your attention to these two major arcana cards right here. I have two separate decks, and the major arcana, there's 78 cards in deck. There's 22 major arcana, the heavy hitting energy. The first one that came out for you, Aries, is death. Death. And this is about that death and rebirth that we spoke about in one of these cards. All right? Releasing things. Putting certain things to death that no longer serve a purpose in your life. Figuratively, ooh, thank you, Spirit. That can be people, places, or things that need to be released. All right? And then I've got the Hanged Man. Yeah, we saw that hibernation card, right? And to me, this is sort of the same type of feeling. The Hangman takes a pause, or maybe Spirit needs you to take a pause, or maybe you are taking a pause, all right, to be able to get a better understanding, a higher perspective, or a better perspective on what's happening. All right, being able to make a decision with more clarity and more discernment. Yeah, that's it. That's that Hangman. Stop, pause, think about things, meditate on things, consult Spirit, okay? So you don't sabotage yourself. All right. All right, Holy Spirit. This is for Aries Collective, born March 21st through April 20th. From some of the energy that we've already seen, what more would you like to add to this Aries reading? What else do they need to know, Holy Spirit? All right, let's go ahead and cut the cards. All right, what is in the energy that you do not see at the bottom of the deck, Aries? I've got Four of Pentacles, okay? And we did see a card that talked about, you know, your, hold on, I'm just trying to find it. Yeah. This hustling card, you know, thinking about saving money, putting money away, making as much money as you can, you know, investing, all that stuff, hustling. Thank you, Spirit. And the Four of Pentacles, the fours, according to numerology, are all about safety, security, and stability. And you see these coins, you're thinking about your stability, harmony in your stability. All right, the Four of Pentacles. Okay, I love that. I love that. This is about you having control or controlling. Maybe you're saving, putting money away, whatever it is. Maybe you're being a little stingy with your money right now. You know what I mean? Because you're thinking of the future. You're not trying to hustle backwards, right? All right. So what's in the middle? What's in the middle? I've got the Seven of Swords. Okay. So the Seven of Swords, you know, all the cards could mean, definitely have more than one meaning. But in this scenario, I just feel like with the Seven of Swords, you are, or you need to be very strategic in the way that you go about doing things, especially if you're planning for your future. Maybe you need to sit down and write out what it is, all the steps or all the goals that you want to achieve as far as it's concerned. That's being strategic, right? And this is also the card of don't fall for the okie doke. The Seven of Swords is, you know, uncertainty. And it can also indicate people in your circle that may not be trustworthy, that may, yeah, you might have to look at them with a side eye, all right? So be careful of that energy. All right. Okay, so what else do you have for Aries, please and thank you? Five of Swords, Three of Wands, Six of Wands, Two of Cups, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, nice! Seven of Wands, and the High Priestess. And it's so funny because at the bottom of one of the major arcana decks, there is the there was the High Priestess. I did see her at the bottom of this deck. Okay, so let's find out what this is all about. The Five of Swords. Okay, so fives are all about change. And sometimes change is not easy for anybody, right? And change can bring about conflict, chaos. It may feel like you're on a roller coaster ride with all the changes going on. Maybe this is changes that have gone on over the last few years. I don't know. All right. The Five of Swords also indicate miscommunication, arguing, not seeing eye to eye, right? A disruptive type of environment. Okay. Three of Wands. Three of Wands is all about, you know, self-expression. It's about self-growth. It's all about, you know, choosing a path, doing the hard work, and be, you know, hopefully looking out, you know, towards your future and seeing those things that you work so hard for come to fruition. You know, your ship's coming in. I've got a Six of Wands, yeah, so that you can have the success and victory that maybe you strive for, maybe that, you know, you dream of, you know. Okay. This might have to do with the Two of Cups situation, all right? The twos are all about making a choice. These two cups are even, so maybe this is all about you finding that harmonious sweet spot in your life, right? This could also be about partnerships, because the Two of Cups could be about you offering your cup to a person, or they offering their cup to yours, and you have a matching cup of love to offer them. All right, that's that. I love the Two of Cups. To me, the Two of Cups is a healing, harmonious type of energy. Maybe that's your goal, to get through all this miscommunication, this fighting, this arguing, not getting along, this type of swordy energy. And what you really strive for is this harmonious type of energy here. Especially if it has to do with a partnership or a relationship, okay? All right, moving down, we've got the Ace of Cups, yeah. The Ace of Cups, well, you know what? First and foremost, the Ace of Cups is all about you practicing self-love, you loving on yourself, you putting your oxygen mask on first. That's the Ace of Cups. But also, this could be about a new love coming your way, maybe after all of this strife. Okay? Maybe after all that strife that you've been through. Hold on. Next to that, I've got the Ace of Wands, right? Aces are gifts from spirit, which I love this. Back-to-back aces. That's a freaking beautiful thing. This is all about whatever you're trying to manifest coming to fruition. Spirit saying, yeah, we can make that happen. You know what I mean? Or maybe this is a new goal, a new aspiration, a new inspiration, a new creative idea that pops up. You know what I mean? Yeah, wands are all about that fiery energy, not only thinking it, but doing it. I love that. And I love the fact that this Ace of Wands is below this Three of Wands, right? And if you put these together, that equals another 4. Stability, a foundation that's strong. The Four of Wands represents home, safety, security, where you find happiness, your sanctuary. Ooh, yes, I love it. And then there's a lot of wands here. A lot of wands here. And then we've got the Seven of Wands underneath the Six of Wands, right? Yeah, underneath the victory. All right, so the Seven of Wands is, you know, you having the courage to be you. You know, you dealing with opposition and winning. Okay, yeah. This may need for you, this might be also, you know, not only is the Seven of Wands about, you know, dealing with opposition and coming out on top, being courageous. If you have any new ideas, new inspirations, new goals, maybe just to keep it to yourself for now. You know what I mean? Just keep it on the low for now. Protect your vision. That's the Seven of Wands. Protect your vision. Ooh, looky here. I got the High Priestess pulling up the end of your spread. Oh, and we just saw the High Priestess at the bottom of this deck. Did we not? Yes. The High Priestess is Pisces energy, your fellow water sign. This is about you being connected, you being tapped in and tuned in to that intuition. The High Priestess does not make any moves unless she consults spirit and her intuition first and foremost. All right, so be that person, be that High Priestess, okay? Yeah, so that you can clearly see what spirit wants and needs you to clearly see, hear, and know. And that's underneath the High Priestess, okay? Maybe to find this harmony or this loving, healthy partnership, you definitely need to tap into your intuition so that you can see things for what they really are. Okay? I love it. So what's on the bottom? So we saw the Four of Pentacles, okay? Stability. Maybe you saving some coin, preparing for the future. And then I've got this Capricorn energy here. Now, the devil can be about those fears that we talked about at the beginning of your reading, okay? This could be about maybe there's some obstacles or roadblocks in your life. Maybe you're the obstacle, maybe you're the roadblock. And maybe that's why you need to go into that hangman or that hermit energy so that you can consult with spirit in order to get clarity along with discernment that is needed. This is toxic energy, toxic people, places, and things, toxic ways of thinking, negative ways of thinking, outdated or old school ways of thinking that could put roadblocks in your way. So what are these fears or roadblocks or toxicities with this Capricorn energy are in your way, Aries. Four of Cups. Yeah. The Four of Cups, I mean, I feel like maybe you're not entertaining any offers right now. All right. Maybe you're not entertaining any offers right now. Maybe you're strictly looking to take care of yourself and focus on yourself right now. All right. Maybe you're just not ready to accept cups of love right now. All right. Another 4. Okay. Another 4. Yeah. I feel that you've walked away from something, Aries, or you will be with the 8 of Cups. Yeah. Letting go. What are you letting go of? What are you walking away from? What are you cutting loose? All right. What are you cutting the cord on? Could be this 2 of Pentacles here. Another 2. Maybe this is partnerships. Maybe you have a negative viewpoint about partnerships and, relationships. Maybe something's put a bad taste in your mouth. I'm not sure. But the 2 of Pentacles is all about, of course, choices, but finding that balance maybe in those partnerships that you have. Okay. So there's a lot about being tapped in and tuned into your intuition and finding that balance and releasing what no longer serves you with this Death and Rebirth card, as well as the 8 of Cups. Letting things go, cutting things out, all right, that are not for your highest good, and that is people, places, or things, and you're entitled to do that. All right, so let me take a sip of coffee. And remember, in some of your T cards, we have that somebody may be leaving your life. There's going to be an empty chair somewhere. All right. Yeah. Maybe this two-faced person. Okay. Somebody you can't trust. All right. How should Aries practice self-care? Wake up early. Meditate. Have your coffee. Plan your day. Chase your dreams. Today is your day. Have positive affirmations. Release that negative shit. Okay? Talk to yourself with love and nurturing. And if you're trying to get to the next step, maybe as far as your career or job, you might want to find a mentor. Okay? You might want to find a mentor. Angel numbers. What angel numbers are the most important for our Aries? We've got 101, starting over. Yeah, baby. Listen, I can't make this shit up if I try. Look. Wait a minute. Hold up. Where's that card at? Where is that card at? Where is that card at? What does it say? Starting over. I know we saw a starting over card here. Yes. Here we go. New chapter. A new chapter is starting in your life. And thank you, Spirit. This says starting over 101. Chapter 101, baby. Remember we talked about change. Yes. The 5s represent change. And we've got 55 for you. And it says clarity. If you need clarity, that's when you need to go into that hanged man or that hibernation mode, okay? Clarity. Don't make a move without consulting your spirit, consulting your intuition, and get that clarity that is needed. And then we've got 23. It says endless cycles. Are you repeating cycles over and over again? It says there's some truth you're resistant to accept, Aries, over and over again until you're tired and restrained beyond depression. It takes a decision to live life for yourself. Life is all about passion. Then you make a change and the world around you follows. Stop repeating unnecessary cycles. All right, it's time to close those out. All right, and walk away. All right, It's all about everything new. We're not repeating any old cycles or chapters or behaviors or ways of thinking moving forward. And your universal message, it says, in relationships, the biggest thing you must look for is consistency. Every time you forgive someone who is not being consistent with you, Aries, you're giving them permission to hurt you again. You deserve better. You heard that beat. You deserve better, Aries. Know your value. Know your value. All right? Know your freaking value. Speak positive affirmations to yourself. Thank you, Spirit. Trust and observe what the universe is trying to speak into you. Know your value. Okay? Love yourself. Put your oxygen mask on first. All right? I hope this helped out a lot. I'm going to do your love readings next week, Aries. Take care. I love you guys, and I really hope you got a nugget or two from this reading. Take care all the way from the ATL. Love you guys. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Mwah! Hello, my beautiful Leo collective. What going on? It's your girl, Ascension 225, Tarot and Oracle, and I'm here to give you spirit messages for the next 30 days. What does Spirit want and need you to know for the next 30 days? Now, we know that there is no time in the spirit realm, but I'm just going to say 30 days anyway. How about that? So we're going to, Happy New Year, Happy January. Yeah, we're about to just jump in and see what 2026 has in store. It's a brand new cycle, 10-year cycle. It's all about new, Leo. So capitalize on that energy and whatever it is that you've been trying to manifest over the last few years or 10 years. Each cycle lasts 10 years. So do your girl a solid. After you find a nice place to relax, relate, so that you can receive, hit that like, share, and subscribe button, if you will. Give me that reciprocal energy that I can tap into, okay? Also, I just, let me know if you are a July Leo or an August Leo. So put July or August Leo, put your birth date, put the Leo emoji, whatever, or, if this resonates with you, put a comment, leave me a comment, share with me. I would really appreciate that, okay, you guys? All right. So, but the most important thing is, are you a July or August Leo, guys? All right, drop that in the comments. All right, so let's get it cracking. Okay, so we're going to start off with pre-shuffled oracles first, and then we're going to jump into the tarot deck. Then we're going to finish your reading up, my beautiful Leos. I'm a Leo rising. I'm a Gemini sun, Leo rising, and Aquarius moon. So let me know what you are. Are you a Leo sun or are you a rising? What are you? And then we're going to finish up with a few more oracle cards. So let's get it cracking. What is the tea happening in Leo's, energy field or world over the next 30 days? We have fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. And you've got a lot of that fiery energy, baby, because you are a fire sign. Okay? But maybe you're dealing with a situation, whether it's a friendship, a partnership, like business, or a love relationship, where it's a love-hate type of situation. Not unsuccessful plans. So maybe you were planning to do something, and it did not come to fruition. Okay? Or maybe maybe there was, some sort of obstacle that prevented this, whatever it is, from happening. I've got April, April is Aries and Taurus season, so maybe something happened in April, last April, or maybe something will transpire this coming April. Fly. I have a period of ill health or depression. All right? A period of ill health or depression. So take care of yourself, Leo. All right? Chain. A chain of events that will affect your life. There may be a serious a chain of events that affects your life, and maybe this might contribute to a period of ill health or maybe mental health issues, okay? Depression, anxiety, dagger, fear, worries, tense situations. Whoa, where is this going, Leo? Maybe somebody's going to put a dagger in your back. Maybe somebody who's untrustworthy. Fear, worries, and some tense situations. Wow. That would definitely affect your health in many different ways, right? Wow. Maybe this has to do with this love-hate situation here. Whoa. And then lastly, we've got, woo, Leo to the rescue. Leo to the freaking rescue. All right. The sun in the tarot deck represents you, Leo, 1000%. Okay? After all this turmoil that we just saw in these T cards, guess what? You come out with your sun shining, right? Guns blazing, okay? Figuratively speaking. And you are going towards happiness and well-being. After the turmoil subsides, you walk out shining bright like a diamond or like the sun. Damn. Let me just stop right now and just let you know that I have two major arcana decks. We're going to talk about these cards in just a minute, but at the bottom of one of these major arcana decks is also the sun. Also the sun. Fertility, blessings, abundance, happiness, joy, contentment. That's what is, after whatever happens in this situation, after you get through this rocky period or whatever this is, guess what? Your fate and destiny is happiness and abundance. Damn. All right. What else? Teddy bear. I've got somebody interested in you, a soulmate, flirting and wanting to date. This actually came out in reverse, so I don't know if this is about your boo, about your teddy bear. Maybe there's a situation. Maybe it's a love-hate relationship. Okay? I don't know. I've got soulmate. Maybe you think this is your soulmate, the everlasting love. All right? The everlasting love. But somebody is doing all the chasing here. And you know if somebody's doing the chasing, somebody's running. Right? Right. Okay. And then we've got use your intuition. Use that High Priestess energy, Leo. That all-knowing energy. But you have to be tapped into your intuition and that voice of spirit. Okay? Are you chasing somebody who keeps running from you? Who keeps sticking daggers in your back? Is that what it is, Leo? Well, I don't know. Somebody's about to learn today. All right. Ancestral messages or, ascended master messages. I have obsession. Yeah. It feels like somebody's maybe obsessed or being an obsessive type of energy or relationship. 1 minute you love each other and you can't keep your hands off each other, and the next minute y'all, breaking shit and throwing TVs off the balcony and whatnot. What's up? Maybe some of you are entrepreneurs, business owners, have new creative ideas that you would like to pursue as an entrepreneur. But don't self-sabotage, guys. Do not self-sabotage, okay? You might be seeing synchronicities or angel numbers, and I have a few angel numbers for you today. So stay tuned. But you may be seeing synchronicities, And your spirit team, if you are seeing synchronicities, whether it's the same number over and over again or the same like message, like in 2012, the whole year of 2012, I was going through a divorce. All I saw was life is good, life is good, life is good. Everywhere I turned, I saw that message. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Synchronicities. Okay. Wait a minute, hold on. Angels, what messages do you want to give Leos? Mary, Queen of Angels says, do not be afraid, Leo. Do not be afraid of what's coming next. All right? Don't allow fear to put you in knots, right? To put you in knots so that you cannot pursue what it is that you want to pursue, right? Break whatever those chains are. Break whatever those chains are, right? Yeah, do not be afraid. I've got compassion. Show yourself compassion first and foremost, but definitely assert this compassion to all people that you encounter. Archangel Shamiel, who is the archangel for Taurus, and the opposite of Taurus is a Scorpio. So Archangel Shamiel says, relationship assignments. No one crosses your path by chance. Choose to see the deeper reasons for the people in your life. This definitely has to do with some relationship you got going on, Leo. Whether it's a friendship, a family member, a relationship with a family member, a BFF, a lover, a husband, wife, whatever. I feel like there's some issues here. All right, but Shamiel, Archangel Shamiel, saying there is no accident that we brought you two together, because this is supposed to be a learning lesson for the both of you. You're supposed to learn something from this relationship, this hot and cold relationship. Overall wisdom, honor yourself first and foremost, okay? Respect for yourself and others is key to your growth, as well as compassion. Have you felt a lack of respect in some areas of your life, Leo? You got to set clear boundaries and honor yourself, and the world will follow suit. Set clear boundaries. And I saw a message of boundaries somewhere here. I saw it earlier. Okay. When I was maybe pre-shuffling. Okay. And then I've got true love in reverse. So I really, really, really feel. And soulmates come in different forms. Like I said, it could be a friend, a family member, a lover. But I feel like this love affair that you thought was a soulmate or a true love, I feel like this is coming to an end. Or has come to an end. Oh my gosh. Let go of love, Leo. It's time to let it go. Sometimes we hold on and we hold on and we hold on, right? Hoping that, things will get better. You'll be able to, be on the same path or whatever. It even applies to friendships. I had a best friend for 30 years, and you go through those trials and tribulations just like any other relationship. A marriage. It's like a marriage, right? But you're just best friends. In the end, we parted ways and we are no longer friends at all. But that relationship lasted a 30 years. And you go through the same type of feelings that you go through through any sort of breakup, any sort of death, anything like that, right? Let's get into the tarot. All right. Before I shuffle, I'm going to talk to you about the major arcana cards that I have right here that I mentioned earlier. There are 22 major arcana cards in a deck of 78 cards, okay? 78 tarot cards. So you keep coming out time and time again in your reading, because I've got Strength card, Mary J. Blige, representing the Strength card. And if anybody knows anything about Mary J. Blige, she's been through a lot of stuff in her life, right? Poverty, abuse, all that. This is you finding your inner strength, your inner intestinal fortitude, even through the face of fear, Leo. You ain't no punk, Leo. Right? So be strong even in the face of adversity. Yes, I love this. And like I said, we saw the sun. This also represents Leo energy, abundance and blessings. And then we've got Sagittarius energy, your fellow fire sign, with the Wheel of Fortune. Ruled by Jupiter and Sagittarian energy, this is all about your fate and destiny. And we saw with Archangel Shamiel, who said, there is no accident that you were paired with this person, and that whatever is happening in this relationship is happening for a reason. It's for your growth. It's for your lessons to be learned, right? Wheel of Fortune, fate and destiny. Okay, this might also, this, of course means that your resolve has been tested. But if you put good juju out there, Leo, expect good juju back. And we already saw that with the Sun card being in your hidden energy. And what was in your hidden energy here? I forgot. But anyway, yeah, it's looking good. It's gonna, things, there might be clouds, but believe me, the sun is going to shine for you. All right, so tarot, Holy Spirit, we've already seen some of the energy for our beautiful Leos. And what other messages would you like for me to be able to relay to our Leos over the next 30 days? Let's go ahead and cut the cards. What's in the energy that we don't see, Leo, for you? We see the Four of Cups. Maybe this is time for you to not focus on those cups. Cups are emotion, love, feelings. Maybe for you to kind of like just spend some time taking care of yourself and not investing in this other situation. Okay? Maybe this is just you needing time to meditate on your own. Maybe somebody in this connection is unappreciative of the connection and maybe does not treat the connection with the respect that needs to be treated. Okay? What's in the middle is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knights are warriors as well as messengers, and they're very fast moving, except for this Joker. Knight of Pentacles, this earthy energy, is the slowest moving. Like, they need to think about every little aspect of the whole situation. They're not impulsive. They need to really think about some shit, especially if it affects their stability. Pentacles are about stability, coin, all that. They're not going to be hasty in making this decision. This could be also be somebody not wanting to make an exit because it will affect their stability. Okay. All right. What else do you have for Leo, Holy Spirit? We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Ace of Swords. Knight of Cups. 10 of Pentacles. The Lovers. Oh. Two of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. Wow. You have 3 aces here. You're just missing the Ace of... what are we missing? Pentacles. You're missing the Ace of Pentacles. Alright. What is all this? Okay, so we've got the first of the top row. The first card out was the Ace of Cups. Eight of Cups. Walking away from what no longer serves you, Leo. You are or will or have already made the decision to walk away from something that does not serve your highest good. That doesn't love you like you need to be loved, that doesn't respect you the way you deserve to be respected, doesn't appreciate you the way you need to be appreciated, all that, okay? You're walking away from that. You're like, I'm done. And it's so funny that we have the Lovers right underneath that, but I'm ahead of myself. Ace of Swords, truth and clarity. Aces are gifts from Spirit. You will be getting the gift, if you haven't already, the gift of clarity. Yeah. The gift of clarity here. Okay. Whatever has been hazy, whatever you've been confused about, whatever you can't see clearly, believe me, you will. Okay? You will. And maybe you'll decide to walk away after you get that truth and clarity. I've got the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is maybe somebody coming towards you, making an offer of love. It's a Knight energy though, which is kind of young type of energy, or immature type of energy, or new energy. The Knight of Cups, this could be about a new offer of love. Maybe you have a new offer of love if you're in a situation that ain't ideal, you know what I mean? Or maybe this is one of you in this love-hate situation making a new offer. I don't know yet. This is about romance, offering love. Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is the ultimate. This is the ultimate in prosperity and fulfillment, good fortune. Pentacles or good fortune does not necessarily have to be money, right? It's whatever you place value on that adds value to your life. Okay, and it's different for everybody. So maybe you're going to be walking away from something because after you get clarity that no longer this love-hate situation, because you're looking for that love that, you know, is, maybe you have a new offer of love, which is going to offer you this ultimate prosperity here and abundance. Or maybe that's what you're imagining, that's what you want instead of this crap. Second level, I've got the Lovers, yeah. On the bottom of the Eight of Cups, are you walking away from this lover situation? Are you going to be walking away from this lover situation? This Gemini energy here. This soulmate type of energy. This is the energy of soulmate, true love, or if maybe that's what you thought. This could also be you walking away from this love-hate relationship towards a love that's going to bring you abundance here with this Knight of Cups, right, and this Ten of Pentacles. And maybe this will be a soulmate situation for you. Something that's harmonious. Two of Pentacles. Harmonious, right? Twos are all about making a choice. You see these coins are, a lot of times when you see the Two of Pentacles, the coins are unbalanced, right? Like the scales. But these are balanced. Maybe this is going to bring you the harmony that you need. Walking away from this love-hate situation and going towards a more compatible type of situation, right? This is about balance and harmony. And getting this clarity will allow for that to happen. And then I've got the Ace of Wands, right? Yeah. A new opportunity of passion. All right. Inspiration, aspiration, goals, whatever it is. This is a new spark here. Maybe there's a new spark with this Knight of Cups here. A new passionate spark. Ooh, spicy. And then I've got the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. New love. Brand new love overflowing, Leo. So I see a lot of you walking away from this situation that you tried to put band-aids on because you love and hate this person, trying to make it work, sticking band-aids on it, but finally deciding to walk away from it, maybe after you receive more clarity on the situation. But what you will be closing the door on is something that was meant to teach you a lesson, right? Once you close that door, new abundant love comes in. One that's very, very abundant. Very, very abundant. Okay? Mama likes it. Alright, so we saw the Four of Cups. Somebody, maybe this is you not wanting to put in any more effort. Okay? Three of Wands, maybe because you don't see a future in this love-hate situation any longer. Maybe you thought you saw a future. Maybe you thought you planted the seeds to make this successful, but maybe it's just not going to happen. All right, and then I've got Four of Pentacles. Maybe somebody just doesn't want to let go because it's going to affect their stability in some kind of way, money-wise or whatever. I mean, I've been divorced twice, and then believe me, it does affect you financially, okay? Maybe you thought you had a future together, but maybe this is somebody not wanting to let go because of the money aspect or the abundance aspects. But maybe this is a fiery relationship here. Toxic. All right? Maybe there's addictions, but this is toxic behaviors, toxic ways of thinking, toxic people, places, or things with this Capricorn energy. All right? This can also represent somebody's fear of leaving because it's going to affect their abundance, right? Tap into this High Priestess energy, please. Tap into this High Priestess energy. And on the bottom of the other deck, I have the Hierophant, which is the partner to the High Priestess. Tapping into your traditional belief systems, your core values, but also tapping into your intuition, because that's where Spirit speaks to us and gives us the clarity and the guidance needed. So that you can go towards this Two of Cups, this healing type of love energy. Wow, Leo! Woo, chill! And you will have success and victory with the Six of Wands if you follow the guidance of Spirit. Wow. Damn, that's good. What? All right. How can you practice self-care? Dream big. Don't limit yourself. Tap into your own, thank you, Spirit. Tap into your own power, Leo. Tap into your own power. And drop whatever these bad habits, these toxic behaviors, thoughts, ways of being, drop that shit. If there's any addictions, drop those bad habits. Drop them. Okay? Angel numbers that we talked about, we've got 10, 11. It's time for you to take action. Don't be straddling the fence. Take action so that all that abundance can come towards you. Right now, you may be blocking your blessings by staying in a tumultuous relationship There's going to be readjustment 1616. Of course there are. You have to readjust, even if that, especially if that means being solo dolo. Okay? And last, we've got your universal message. And it's so funny because Aries got the same message. All right, it says, in relationship, the biggest thing you must look for is consistency. Every time you forgive someone who is not being consistent with you, you are giving them permission to hurt you again. You deserve better. You deserve better, Leo. You deserve better. Okay? And it's waiting for you. The better is waiting for you, but you have to make a change. And you need to address this love-hate situation here. Okay? All right. I hope this really resonated with you guys. Yeah, sometimes one change makes for many changes. All right. Thank you, Spirit. And I really hope you got something out of this. Please let me know if you did. All right. God bless. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, Leo. Thank you. Mwah. Thank you. Hey, my beautiful Sagittarian collective of the galaxy. What going on, y'all? It is your girl, Tracy, Ascension 225 Tarot and Oracle, and I am here to give you your spirit messages for the next 30 days. I know we're in mid-January, but that's okay. We're just going to say 30 days, and that's what it is. So listen, I need you to find a nice spot where you can relax, relate, and I'm hoping to receive a nugget or more from this reading. It's going to be a quick one for all the Sagittarius collective for the next 30 days. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are so blessed beyond this January 2026. 2026 is a 10-year. You reduce the 10 to a 1, and 1s represent everything new blessings, new love, new careers, new money, new this, new that, new perspectives. So yes, this is a very exciting time. This is going to be a very exciting year. This also kicks off a new 10-year cycle, you guys. So whatever you've been manifesting over the last 10 years, the last few years, this is where you start to see the fruits of your labor. All right, the seeds that you planted and all that other good stuff coming to fruition. Also, January, I think 21st, the start of Aquarius season is also the new moon. I think it's either between the 19th or the 21st. I'm not sure. I'll put it in the comments. The new moon. And the new moon is all about new starts, new beginnings, renewal of your spirit or your thoughts, your actions, planting new seeds, having new insights, okay? So that's what that is. Goal setting, all right? So we're going to tap in and see what Spirit wants and needs you to know. But before we start, beautiful Sagittarians, go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And also, let me know, are you a November Sagittarius or a December Sagittarius? Put it in the comments. If it resonates, put that in the comments as well. I'm trying to get more dialogue here on these videos, okay? So I really appreciate your input. And when you like, share, and subscribe, you send me that reciprocal energy that is really needed, okay? And it also continues to help the algorithm and the channel grow. So I appreciate that so much. All right, so let's get started. Okay, where do we start? Well, we're going to start with the oracle cards that have already prayed over and pre-shuffled. And then we're going to get into the tarot. And then we're going to round up your reading with a few more oracle messages. And then we'll close out, okay? All right. So we're going to start with the tea, guys. Let's start off with the down and dirty and work our way back, okay? Or work our way forward, I might say. All right. So what the tea is that I've got apple. A temptation will test you, Sagittarius. And you know what? Not all of these messages are going to be for you. If it resonates, you know that it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, don't fit it. I can't talk. Don't force it to fit, okay? But some of you may be tested, all right? Like Eve was with that apple. Forest, I've got muddled, unclear thinking. Maybe, you know, you've got some unclear thinking about some things right now. Maybe you don't have the clarity that you need in order to move forward in some areas of your life, okay? I've got woman, dealings or relationship with a woman, okay? And then I've got carrot. You may have a carrot dangled in front of you for a new opportunity, or you may encounter a windfall of abundance, okay? I keep saying okay, I'm sorry about that. And then we've got flowers. Maybe somebody's going to give you flowers. Aww. Or maybe this is going to happen in the spring when the flowers start to sprout and blossom. It says happiness. Ooh, I love this. And one of my best friends, her name is Flower. I love this. And then we've got purse. Pay attention to your finances. Pay attention to your finances, okay? You might need to save or not shop as much. Spend as much. I know that applies to me. I'm a Gemini, but the other half of you, Sagittarius, is a Gemini. The other part of me is a Sagittarius. So this definitely applies to my pocketbook and spending. Okay? All right. So what else do we have here, Spirit? We've got, what does it say? Oh, okay. Some of you are in the process of healing and becoming whole again. All right. And I love that. This is you doing the inner work for your inner growth. That's beautiful. Somebody's wearing a mask here, or you need to look out for people wearing masks, people that are not genuine. All right. Covering up the real them, or sending in their representative. Change is a-coming. You're going through a transition right now. And a lot of Sagittarians, just like Geminis, have been going through this spiritual growth spurt over the last 5 years. All right, so transition is on the horizon. And, maybe this changes. You might be hit by Cupid's arrow, Sag. Falling in love. Ooh, la la. I like it. And then in the crossing energy, it says third party interference. Third party interference. Third parties could be people, places, or things that get in the way of a relationship or a situation or your job or whatever. That's considered third party interference, right? So like I said, people, places, or things. Sometimes when people refer to third party, they're talking about maybe somebody having a side dude or a side chick and they're in a committed relationship. To me, third party means many different things. You could be a workaholic and always working, and that can interfere with the important things in your life. You could have addictions, and you see the wine glasses here, right? Have addictions, whether it's alcohol, drugs, sex, whatever, that interfere with the important things in life. So that's third party interference as far as Tracy's concerned. And this is very strong energy because it's in the crossing, okay? Something to be aware of, and keep your spidey senses up. Okay, so your ancestors and some of that old wisdom, what are some of the messages that Spirit would like to give you? You will be getting an increase. All right, you will be getting an increase. And we saw that in one of these cards, that you could be getting a carrot or a windfall. Okay, some sort of windfall. And then I've got past life connections. You're currently healing past life wounds. Yeah, we already talked about that in one of these cards, that you are not only going through changes and transition. Let me see. I thought I saw another card. Yeah. Okay. I thought I saw another card, but yeah, you're going through spiritual growth. All right. That's what you're going through. And these past life connections or past life, or people that you're connected to are part of your past life connections and the lessons that need to be learned. Yeah. This is what I was looking for. Duh. And you're going through spiritual growth. Going through spiritual growth. And have been for quite some time. Okay? All right. Angels, what do you want Sagittarius Collective to know? You are manifesting. Whatever you are manifesting, keep doing it. You're in this manifestation vortex. Focus your energy with unwavering faith to manifest the outcomes that you require and desire, Sagittarius. You are the light. When people encounter you, they see the light inside of you. Okay? It's no accident that people gravitate towards Sagittarians. Not only are you fire signs, you got that fiery energy, but you've got that amethyst light inside of you too. And the amethyst light is somebody who has done or is doing the inner work, right? And is healing whatever needs to be healed inside of them. And the light that radiates is not only that golden light, that light that people are attracted to, but that amethyst light, that light of healing. Ooh. Sandalphon, Archangel Sandalphon. And who's he? Oh, Pisces. That is Pisces. Archangel says build the bridge, or building the bridge. Your role is to create a connection between heaven, earth, and all hearts. And that is precisely why you are the light. Why some people gravitate towards your light, and why some people run from your light. And then lastly, I've got Zadkiel. And Zadkiel is Gemini, your opposite signs, Archangel. It says, be the change that you seek. Be the light that you want to see, that you want to embrace. And whatever changes you want in life, show that change within yourself. Okay? And it radiates outward into the world, the universe. Love it. All right. What other type of celestial insights does Spirit have for you? Spirit, yeah. The power of your Spirit is always there, Sagittarius, quietly supporting you. If you feel lost, take time to listen to your inner voice through meditation or simple outdoor activities, reconnecting with your inner strength. You are so connected to Spirit. Use that time to reflect. Use this new year, this New Year's energy to reflect on what you left behind in 2025 and what you're embracing in 2026. Boundaries. Didn't we see another card that says that you need to make sure that you set your boundaries? I thought so. I thought we did. Let me see. I don't know where it is, child, but listen. We saw a card that had boundaries in the verbiage. And you need, going forward in this next 10-year cycle, make sure that your boundaries are firm. That your yeses mean yes and your no's mean no. And both of those words are complete sentences. Point blank and period. Plain blank and period. And let me also show you the other cards that were at the bottom of the deck that we saw. The spiritual growth card, as well as the connection, past life connections card. You're going through a spiritual awakening. You're getting some wake-up calls. Okay? And that's guidance from Spirit. Damn, I love this reading. This is awesome. This is awesome. All right, let's get into the tarot. What does the tarot want What does the tarot want you to know? Holy Spirit, we're tapping in and tuning into our Sagittarius brothers and sisters. This is for the next 30 days. What messages, additional messages do you need and want for me to relay to our Sagittarians of the galaxy? All right, let's go ahead and cut this deck. Yeah. All right, the energy that you do not see. First of all, hold that thought, okay? Listen, let me put that down. Let me redirect your energy over here to these major arcana cards. There are 78 cards in a tarot deck. 22 of those are the major heavy-hitting energy, okay? Depending on what's happening in your life. The first card that came out for you is the Strength card. Leo energy, your fellow fire sign. Embrace this intestinal fortitude, or tap into your intestinal fortitude. Have strength even in the face of adversity. Sag, be strong. Mary J. Blige, she's been through a lot in her life. Poverty, abuse, you name it. But it's how you overcome it. How you flip that energy from negative to positive. Use your inner strength. And it is so funny to me that you, in the other deck, also got the Strength card. Double Strength card. That's powerful. That's powerful. That's a lot of Leo energy. And at the bottom of one of these decks, I've got the Sun card. The happiest card in the entire deck. This is all about abundance and blessings. It's got Cardi B on there. She's been through some shit too. Alright? But continues to focus on her abundance and blessings. As you should. All Leo energy. Tap into that strength. That inner you. That inner tiger in you. I love it. I love it. Alright, now we can get back to the tarot deck. What is in the energy that you do not see? I've got the Four of Swords. Normally the Four of Swords comes after the Three of Swords, right? Three of Swords. Most times you see the Three of Swords, you see 3 daggers or 3 swords lodged in somebody's heart. That's heartbreak, disappointment, loss, pain, right? Feeling like your heart is breaking in two. The Four of Swords is all about you flipping that energy and focusing on yourself and meditating and healing through that pain, through that sorrow, right? Yeah. You taking care of yourself. I love that. What's in the middle? For Sag. Oh my God! I'm sorry about that. We were just talking about the Three of Swords. We were just talking about the Three of Swords. And it pops out. You went through this pain, sorrow, loss, disappointment over the last 10-year cycle. Now it's all about you focusing on yourself, boo. Okay? You focusing on Sagittarius. What else you got, Holy Spirit? I got the Five of Swords. I've got the Seven of Wands. I've got the Six of Wands. I've got the Two of Cups. Second row, I've got the Ten of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups. The Two of Pentacles. And the Ace of Wands. Alright, let's put these aside. Let's get it. Okay. Starting out the gate, we've got the Five of Swords. Five of Swords. And I feel like we saw the Four of Swords already. You practicing self-care. You taking care of yourself. After that Three of Swords type of energy being stabbed in the heart and this Five of Swords energy. The Five of Swords represent conflict. Right? The fives are about change anyway, and sometimes change brings about conflict, chaos, a roller coaster ride, right? But the Five of Swords is about conflict, not seeing eye to eye, arguing, fussing, fighting, okay? And it feels like you know, now that you're in that healing mode, maybe it's because of this type of energy, all right? I've got the Seven of Wands, and maybe because of this fighting, this chaos, maybe you feel like you need to protect yourself, maybe keep certain people, places, or things at arm's length from you, in your own little protective bubble, okay? Yeah. This is also you having the courage with the Seven of Wands to not only protect yourself, but kind of fight the opposition from this conflict type of energy. Six of Wands, yeah. You're focusing on success and victory. And by protecting your energy, by maybe moving in silence, maybe we've got this, you're coming into success and victory with the Six of Wands, right? I love that. Two of Cups, balance, harmony. I love this. The twos are all about making a choice in life. And maybe this is about you making a choice about love, making a choice about who you love. And maybe, you know, the choice is that unless you come with an equal cup to mine, then I don't know if we can talk or not. Because for moving forward, harmony and balance is what Saggy is striving for. And that includes in the love department, okay? Down below, we've got the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, the ultimate in prosperity and success. Yeah, going towards the ultimate prosperity and success. Okay. Maybe with you in that Four of Swords energy, practicing self-care. That also has you focusing on other things in your life. You know, not just your healing, but other things in your life. Your finances, where you want to be in a few years, all that other stuff. Nine of Cups. Knights are fast-moving energies. They jump on their horse and they're warriors, or they deliver messages. And maybe somebody wants to deliver a message of love to you, or emotion to you, or maybe this is a new offer of love and emotion. Somebody wants to offer you their cup. But I feel even if somebody's offering you their cup, it's underneath the Seven of Wands. I still feel like you're still like, you know, in that protective space of your heart, your energy. You're still, you know, kind of surrounding yourself with like this invisible bubble, like, hey, I'm still wanting to take care of myself and heal myself. So I'm not, you know, I may put some out there, some of my energy out there, but I'm still going to make sure that I protect myself from any more daggers to the heart, right? And Two of Pentacles, another two. Most times when you see the Two of Pentacles in other tarot decks, the twos are unbalanced. But like I said, with this Two of Cups, balance and harmony moving forward is the key. And you making a conscious choice, because twos are about making a choice, you making the choice that that's what you are looking for. And if it doesn't look harmonious, or that you can work together, then I don't know. Especially after that, you know, all that BS. You know what I mean? Whatever that was. And then lastly, we've got the Ace of Wands underneath the Two of Cups. The Ace of Wands aces are gifts from Spirit. This is a gift of maybe a new passion, a new spark. Maybe there's somebody's offering you a new spark of passion in your life because it's under the Two of Cups. Maybe this is going to be a new passionate love situation here. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. And this could also be about you following, because wands are fire energy. Wands are about goals, inspirations, aspirations, whatever you're passionate about, right? People, places, or things. So maybe this is you following whatever passions that you love and that you can find harmony and balance in. I like it. All right. So we saw the Four of Swords, you practicing self-care. Somebody feels left out in the cold. Somebody feels unsupported. Maybe because you took your Two Pentacles and you moved on, right? Maybe. Because we did see the Two of Pentacles right here. Maybe somebody feels unsupported. They feel left out. They feel unsupported in some sort of way. This could be you. This could be the other person. I don't know. Okay. Maybe because of the Five energy, the conflict, the chaos, and stuff like that. Maybe somebody took their Two of Pentacles, moved on, and maybe that's why. Just knocked the card out my hand. Somebody don't want somebody to hear this. Okay. Somebody don't want me to say this, but I'm saying it anyway. All right. Somebody is feeling a sense of loss. Okay. They're worried. They're feeling left out. Two of Wands, maybe because you chose another path. Two of Wands. And now you are Eight of Pentacles. You're committed on focusing on what's important to you. Committed to yourself. Committed to working hard. Committed to making money. To set yourself up for your future. And maybe, like, these people have their back to the card. Maybe you have turned your back on whatever this situation is, and you have decided just to commit to yourself. Page of Wands. And pursue your new passions. Pursue your new passions. Okay? I love it. All right. So, how can our Sagittarians practice self-care, plan your career, or enhance your career in some way? Use positive affirmations as part of your healing. Maybe choose some colors that really heighten your mood, right? Colors play a major part in our vibration and our mood. Angel numbers. I've got 1144. High vibes, baby. Yeah, you're vibing high, Sag, because you've put in the damn work. You and Geminis, your opposite sign, y'all put in the work. You look at Gemini readings, they're going through similar energy to yours, especially the spiritual awakening, the spiritual growth over the last 5 years. High vibing. Some people love you because they love your light, and some people can't stand you because of the light. 2112. It's up to you, baby. It's up to you to use that manifestation vortex to make all your dreams, passions, goals, inspirations, and aspirations come true. And 0440, that gut feeling, meaning that gut feeling when people say, I felt it in my gut, right? No, that's intuition. This is Spirit's message to you to make sure that you're tapped in and tuned into your intuition. That High Priestess energy, she doesn't make a move without consulting her intuition, because that is the way that Spirit communicates with us. In our gut, through our crown, our third eye, whatever. Okay? Just be tapped in, because that's how you get your guidance. Okay? All right. And lastly, my beautiful Saggies, your universal message for the next 30 days. It says, the reason some people have walked away from you for no reason has nothing to do with you. They have been removed from your life because the universe is taking you to the next level. They have already served their purpose in your life. Oh, Jesus. Wow. Okay, let me stay on track. They have already served their purpose in your life. Let them go and keep moving because greater is coming. Lord, Lord, Lord. I can't, you know what, Sag, I couldn't have said it any better. We've been saying this throughout your whole reading, but this encapsulates everything. Everything, everything, everything. My best Cat Williams voice. Or not. Okay? I'm dropping the mic on this one. All right. So, Sagittarius, I really hope that you got a nugget or two from this message from Spirit today. Please let me know if you did. Leave me a comment. Let me also know if you're a November or December Sagittarius. All right. Sending you love and supportive energy, positive vibes all the way from the ATL. Mwah. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much, my Sagittarians. Love you guys. Mwah. Take care.